I gave you my heart.
What's up, Pride Nation? Back at you with another one on today. This is Noble Sports Entertainment. If this is your first time stopping by the channel on today, please make sure you subscribe, guys, because on this channel we talk sports, period. Also, make sure you guys subscribe to the Detroit Sports Alliance, and their links will be below in the description. All right, guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. All right, guys, we're going to talk about the Detroit Lions as they prepare for Week 2 game on Saturday against the Houston Texans. The Lions are coming off a 31-3 mauling by the Patriots. And definitely, man, there's a lot of things that the Lions are going to have to work on. We're talking about guys that are competing for spots on the team, second string guys and third string guys that are trying to make the roster. The biggest thing that I see, and like I said before, guys, is that the Detroit Lions are going to have to work on the trenches. The trenches on the offensive side of the ball. We looked at really bad as far as our quarterback, our third string quarterback, David Fales. Tom Savage threw a couple decent balls, but overall, both quarterbacks really didn't look good. So as a Lion fan, I know that might put a little fear in some of you guys, because if Matthew Stafford was to go down, do we have a capable backup to be able to back up Matthew Stafford? And that's something that worries me a little bit. But at the same time, I know that there's other quarterbacks that probably will be released and cut. So I don't know if it's written in stone if these two guys will make the team. I definitely think that Fales is more so like a camp body, but Tom Savage, I'm thinking that he had a concussion in the game. But as they make their preparations going into this game in Week 2 against the Texans, the biggest thing that I see with the Lions is just getting better and learning how to execute. That is something that the Detroit Lions are going to have to do. I'm not looking for these guys to go out and win the games and things of that nature. Sure, it would be good to win the game, but at the same time, I'm just looking for this team to go out there to be able to compete, play at a high level, and be able to impress the coaches, man, especially guys that's trying to make the team. You know, you're going to have mental mistakes by the rookies. They are going to make some of those mistakes, as we saw with a couple mistakes with Amani, couple mistakes with other players that's on the team. You're going to see these young players make mistakes, and you have to give them and allow them that room to make the mistakes. And yeah, guys, one of my biggest concerns from the Lions coming into this season has always been the offensive line. It doesn't matter if it's the first string. It doesn't matter if it's the second team. It doesn't matter if it's the third string of guys getting in there. We need guys that are going to be able to protect Matthew Stafford. If Matthew Stafford is not protected, then we can have a long season, guys. We definitely need the protection of our linemen to be able to protect him, so that he'll be able to make those impact plays out on the field, being able to get a clear vision to see who to target and things of that nature. So that's one of the biggest things. Playing in the trenches, guys, means everything, because the trenches is where the game is won at. The defensive side of the ball as well as the offensive side of the ball. We have to get better. We got to get pressure on the quarterbacks. We got to make plays out there. Guys need to start flying around and making tackles. There's going to be rookie mistakes. Those guys are going to make mistakes, but you got to let those guys learn from those mistakes that they make in the game to get better. That's what film study is for. That is what the game tape is for. You go back and watch those things to get better, to see how you can get better, to see when you were playing against a receiver. Did you turn your head? Did you know the ball was coming your way? Were you alert? Were you ready out there? So I definitely think that the Lions will make those corrections in the game. I definitely think that the line will be a little bit better against the Texans. But at the same time, guys, it's just a preseason. And the only thing that I want to see for the Lions is just to be able to execute their plays. We know that the Lions are not going to show their full hand and show their whole deck of cards. They're not going to do that. And most of the teams in the NFL is not going to show you everything that they're doing. They're just running simplified offenses. But definitely when this offense gets ready to go, man, hopefully by Week 1 against Arizona Cardinals, the Detroit Lions will be ready. The offensive line will play better. The defensive line, we know that they're going to be a lot better. but at the same time, making sure that our linebackers are dropping back in coverage and able to cover these tight ends. That has been a big weakness for the Detroit Lions for a long time. And making sure that our rookies don't put their heads down, man, when they're making mental mistakes out there in the game. So I look for the Lions to be better against the Texans. Hopefully they can get the W, but at the same time, you want them to play smart and you want the Lions to get better. All right, guys, leave it in the comment section what you think the Lions will look like in week 2. And I'll be back to you with another video. I'm out of here. Peace.
I gave you my heart.